How you wanna try to beat the force? I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
How you wanna try to beat the force? I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
How you wanna try to beat the force? I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? How you wanna try to beat the force? I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
You say my look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when we wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need it the weight. If you get it, then that's the play. You wanna run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up all night, all night. If the lights went down, get you keep that baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift
position. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
It's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb. With a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white jerk. Pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with a in a light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician. Y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend. It's you I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay. Cause me, if I was to ever take a leave, it would be aspirin to break your feet. If I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at her feet? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like
in my back, bro. Like abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
just like that, and I'm back, bro.
Now back in the days I owed me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will be an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy.
I have zero doubts that this whole world's about to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau's out.
Shut me down. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been, like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm some white. I step up to that mic, cock it in. Oh my God, attention, chicken out again.
In my back, bro. Like abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
just like that, and I'm back, bro.
Break it down.
Sometimes I wonder what the old me say.
If what?
If he could see the way it is today, he'd probably say that everything is gay. What's my name? What's my name?
So how many little kids still wanna act like me? I'm a bigger than cacti bee, and that's why these words sting just like you were being attacked by bees in the coop, leaning back my seat. Open R. Kelly's favorite group, the black guy. In my Air Max 90s, white tees, walking parental advisory. My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese. Like a hacky sack I treat the whole world cause I got it at my feet. Can I explain to you that even myself I'm a danger to? I hop on tracks like a kangaroo and say a few things that do to anger you. Dad, if I think that, I'ma say that. Cancel me, what? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Paul. Quit, snake. You male cross-dresser, fake. And I'll probably get for that, but you can all. In fact, them, Dre, Jimmy, me, you. My own kids, the brass. They can off. Them and you off. You too, Paul. Got two. Biggest root paws. What you thought you saw ain't what you saw. Cause you're never gonna see me caught sleeping. See the kidnap
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. I'm beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing. I'm on. I get till I can't. Saw mama, yeah, I nut. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt, so she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in the tank. I'ma pull up, just stun. Cat, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gon' do? 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 I'm finna. What you gon' do? I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rice. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, I flow elevator, we facing my brad. You want deposits, the Venmo or cash? Red light, yellow light, green light, go. The events, I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend call, want me alone. Got my she's happy at home, and I blah. I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Her Bucky a goner. Her get Bucky a goner. What you gon' do? 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 Up in a stunt. For the antidote, there's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite
said she need a. She wanna all day. Hey, 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 hey.
Your sensation, my fixation. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Back in, call your friend, now we in France. International man, tats on my hand. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with the whales, I be by the sand. On sun, yeah, it's blowing in the wind. What you doing? We kung fu and I beat it up. They never heard me on the beat when it speeded up. 100 racks on the plate, she gon' eat it up. Yeah, I'm all in, like all night. Throw the racks up, make it fall right. And if you take a shot, make sure you hold the ball right. 1-800, yeah, bad, my type. My type, yeah, it's my type. I love the way that she put it all on me. The best things don't come for free.
100 racks, she be tempted. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this whip. 100 racks, she can get this all night. All night. All night.
You can tell when it's Tokyo, it's all heat. Don't ride in the back, jump in the front seat. By the end of the night, she gon' love me. She don't even know me, she wanna hug me. It's a vision, little baby, I'm moving cozy. Most solid in the game, he can't fold me. How you do it, it's so fluid, let's get to it. If you want something, guys.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air with May. Legette's got it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. May now from the gun. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. Across midfield to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Motion man left is Brown. May on 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he's taken down at the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's May. He'll get this one to Brown. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
On the draw, this is Brooks. And he gets this forward to the 19. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. Folk with a point after. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Murray here on 1st down. Completed to Lockett. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Connection made to Isaac Arindo. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Able to find Hawkinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to give him the ball.
It's inside the 10. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings finish off their opening drive. It's a T.J. Hawkinson touchdown. Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings start off well to tie things 7-7. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. That's complete till he gets. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw for May. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Rush coming for May. He'll get this one to Brooks. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Cooper to Gene with the stop.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying.
Those are only looking at the tight end.
That's a good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Hutchinson wheels it in. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Man in motion, headed right. 1st and 10, Murray. Complete to DK Metcalf. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Garindo. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. It's the Vikings with 10 to go still on 2nd down. Murray looking to throw. He's got it near the 10. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
To the air on 1st down, May. Completed to his running back. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
That one complete to Njoku. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. The Cowboys boys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. May now from the gun. On a quick slant, it's Liget. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Going play action, May. Headed out right. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. May looking to throw. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And the Vikings will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
McManus sends it through. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our 2nd half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And they send a man in motion. Kyler looking to throw. Pass taken in by Lockett. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3. That's complete to Garindo. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Man in motion here. Back to the air, Murray. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Another try following the sack. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And the Cowboys take over just shy of the 40. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
Has a man, it's Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, it's May. That's complete, here's Brown. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grab the lead on their first series of the half. Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Quick slant, caught by Lockett. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Murray hits his running back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
third down, 1 yard to go. Now Kyler. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. Play action now, Murray. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They send a tight end in motion. On the give, it's Garindo. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
He'll go right back to Garindo. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our third quarter. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's Vikings ball. We'll see if they can come up with something here and stave off elimination. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Murray. This one's caught. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Complete on the option. Touchdown, Minnesota. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. May now. Gets it to him on the screen. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Putting a receiver in motion. On second down, it's Brooks. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. It's a pick of a 3. They're going to need 3 more now on third down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. We're going to have a stoppage here as we see an injured player. It's David Njoku, who's worse for wear following the play. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Operating from the gun, here's May. Completed to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off in the line. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Cowboys with a little more work to do to win it here. Let's see what they went with on third down. He'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He throws a bullet to this. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Fits it through the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that separation can create the big play down the field.
They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He'll look to throw it. Throwing deep for the end zone. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
Okay, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage, down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
Boy, Madden is a funny fucking game.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Back in, call your friend, now we in friends. International man, tats on my hand. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with the whales, I be by the sand. No, son, yeah, it's blowing in the wind. What you doing? We kung fu and I beat it up. They never heard me on the beat when it's speeded up. 100 racks on the plate, she gon' eat it up. Yeah, I'm all in, like all night. Throw the racks up, make it fall right. And if you take a shot, make sure you hold the ball right. 1-800, yeah, bad, my type. My type, yeah, it's my type. I love the way that she put it all on me. The best things don't come for free.
100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this bed. 100 racks, she can get this all night. All night. All night.
You can tell when it's Tokyo, it's all heat. Don't ride in the back, jump in the front seat. By the end of the night, she gon' love me. She don't even know me, she wanna